Yeah, I just don't think it holds any value. You cheated and you didn't earn it. That's how I feel. Is it wasn't earned. It wasn't earned the way of playing the game right and fighting till the end and knowing that we're competing, we're competitors, and the biggest thing about competition is laying it all out in the line, and whoever's the better player, better person, comes out on top. When you just lay it out there, and to know that another team had an advantage that nothing you can really guard against. That I just don't feel like that's earned, or yeah, it's not earned.
Of course, the guys that like Robertson getting shelled in New York in 17, or sorry, in Houston in 17. That's tough as well. I mean, that's kind of World Series or not, for those guys. And then, guys like Aaron Judge, going through in 17, absolutely, killing it that year, and, gets beat out by, a great player in Altuve. So, it's just guys like that, that really miss out on things, or, a guy that comes up for his first start and they have his signs and he gets absolutely shelled for 7 or 8 and they send him back down. They never come back to the big leagues. So those are just the guys that I feel for. So
I thought the apologies were whatever. I thought Jim Crane's was weak. I thought Manfred's punishment was weak, giving him immunity. These guys were cheating for 3 years. I think what people don't realize is Altuve stole an MVP from Judge in 17. Everyone knows they stole the ring from us. I know personally I lost respect for those guys. I think I would say everyone in the show, in the big leagues, lost respect for those guys. I don't know what human hits a walk-off home run against Aroldis Chapman to send your team to the World Series. And one has the thought to say, don't rip my jersey off, but two, go in the tunnel, change your shirt, and then come out and do your interview. Like that makes no sense to me. It makes 0 sense to me, because I know me. Gary Sanchez said yesterday, you can rip my shirt off, my pants off. I sent my team to the World Series off for Aroldis Chapman in the 9th inning at home. You can do, I'm going crazy.
It's sad for baseball. It's tough. They cheated, and I don't agree with the punishments. The player's not getting anything. There was a player-driven thing. It sucks too, because like you said, a guy's career has been affected. A lot of people lost jobs. It was tough. It would be me going up to the plate knowing what's coming. It'd be pretty fun up there. So it's just like I said, it's a lot of guys lost respect for some of the guys, and it seems like every day something new comes out. So just trying to explain what happened. You read a lot of stuff in the paper, and once you read something, a lot of people jump to that conclusion. But sometimes it's right, sometimes it's false. It's like I said, it was a tough off season to see that as a baseball player, and you just hope Major League Baseball cleans it up, and we play good baseball from here on out. If you know what's coming, it's going to definitely help you. I think that's it's tough. You're taking the trophy away, taking the rings away. I think they should definitely do something. I don't know what, but just to cheat like that and not get anything, it's sad to see for sure. I didn't notice the bang. I noticed the banging off the bat in center field. It just seemed like they weren't missing pitches, and it was just it's frustrating, because you got guys in here battling, coming to the ballpark every day, working on stuff, and they make a nasty pitch down and away. I can't tell you when this happened, but I'm sure it did. I can't imagine what the pitchers feel like, knowing going in there, and you never know what it. It's a mental game. You go on a stretch where you're doing good, and if you went to Houston and got banged up, it could mentally drain you. It's just sad to see. Just to cheat like that. It's tough. Like I said, if I was up at the plate and I knew it would be fun for sure, but it's cheating. So it's tough to see, to do that, and then obviously the GM got fired and Hinch got fired, but just the players not getting nothing. That's definitely not right. I thought for sure. Yeah, but they obviously they had something to know that they were cheating. So I don't know. It's a tough subject to talk about. Like I said, they cheated the game. They just cheated players, cheated. I mean, it's just tough to see. Hopefully they, I don't know. It's like I said, it's an ongoing thing. Every day I come out, I see something in the papers. It's something new every day. So, I mean, I think that
going forward,
I think everybody wants to be a level, clean playing field. I didn't know it wasn't until this stuff came out. And then you realize, hey, when we played them at home or whatever it was, they were hitting a lot of ball. I mean, they got great players over there for sure. So it's just something was a little different.
With the whole Astros thing, it's unfortunate. I mean, I've talked with a lot of people here, and I think it's worse than steroids. Steroids, you still have to hit the ball. But, when you know it's coming, it takes what's good about this game out of the equation. There's no strategy involved. You know it's coming, and, that's just, it's made a lot of people mad around the sport, me included, and, it's certainly going to be a tough year for them wherever they go.
What should have happened was, the commissioner vacated their championship, and then we move forward. And we don't have to worry about guys getting hit. We don't have to worry about anything. It's taken care of.
I mean, I feel like it's been, I won't say common knowledge, but it's been going around the league for a while, not just rumors. There's been a lot more substance involved. Just, we didn't really have a smoking gun. It was like Bauer was kind of the mean guy of the MLB, and they didn't want to look like a hippie conspiracist, being like, yo, this is going on. And then finally when it came out, and then it was just, I don't know, reiteration of like how cocky they were, how, they treated other guys around the league. And for that to be going on, it's just, it struck a chord with me. So I was too happy.
They cheated. They've cheated the game. They've cheated us as players, and it's that they can't take responsibility for their actions and try to make things better. Instead, they're just sweeping things under the rug and just doing their own thing. And to me, that just doesn't sit right.
They cheated and they got away with it, and they got a ring out of it. So. I guess if nothing happened to them as players, good for them. I think the fact that we got, you could say, cheated in the World Series, whether you apologize or not, it is what it is. I guess when you get suspended for when you the other way of cheating, when you do steroids, you apologize, but for whatever reason, since they were able to get away with it, they didn't have to apologize. I don't know. Maybe they're going to apologize in the future. I don't know.
Were you surprised?
I was surprised.
They didn't steal signs back in your day?
They did. They didn't steal them that way.
Do you think the punishment fit the crime?
No, I don't. I think whoever did that should be out of baseball the rest of their life.
It angers you, especially from a guy who has played the game the right way his whole career. No shortcuts. I know how hard this game is. I know how hard preparing for this game is, and to see something like that, it's damaging to baseball. It's anger. I feel like every single guy over there needs a beating. It's wrong. They're messing with people's careers. I know we're all competitive and we're out there competing, but there's right ways to do it and wrong ways to do it. And I 100% disagree with the way they did it. There's a lot of people that were hurt by it, and it was wrong. And I think the punishment and everything, I think just everything has been taken, everything's been handled the wrong way. You got two guys that are sitting at home that you can kind of, give them a little bit of leeway. And they're not in the game right now. And then you got the players who did it who are scot-free. I know there's a lot of political stuff behind it, but it's wrong. You don't want to see that. Everybody's out there competing and trying to do things the right way. And when you got guys like that, it's pretty sad. Those guys have a lot of talent over there, but to take it to that level is wrong. I know as players we do not agree with what they did. We don't stand behind them, and never will we support them for their actions. and I think they got off pretty easy. They're going to be able to go out there and compete with no ramifications at all, which is wrong, and I think the commissioner completely handled it the wrong way. But that's the way he did it, and that's the way we got to live with it. But I know a lot of people disagree with him, and the way he handled this situation, he should be embarrassed of himself.
Seems to be the never-ending question. It's like a slow drip of responses coming out from everyone. So you hope at some point people can just move on, but it's unfortunate. It's a black eye for the sport. I mean, that's the bottom line. And when you talk about people trying to get an edge in baseball, I mean, I don't think that's anything new. People have been trying to do it for years, but obviously took it way too far. And there's penalties for it, and they're paying the price. And regardless of what the penalties are, others are going to have their opinions on what they think should happen too. But you hope that over time it passes. But I'm sure this is going to sting for a while.
How much of a stain do you think it is for the sport, a lasting stain?
Well, it is because we continue to talk about it. I mean, it's my first time talking about it right here, but the sport continues to talk about it. So yeah, I mean, it's sort of like the PED era. I mean, that was something that everyone continued to talk about, and you never forget it, But yeah, this is something that it's not a good look for the sport. But like I said, hopefully, in time it'll pass. I don't know how long that'll be, but we hope so.
So many guys are only there trying to figure out, how can I stay here? What will make me stay here? But to each their own. But I'm not going to sit here and just be quiet about with someone blatantly taking millions of dollars and food off my table, let alone other people's table.
A lot of the apology yesterday was a lot about 2017. It's like, I'm pretty sure it was going on in 2018, 2019 too. And that's just so sad, because it's like, just because if they didn't get caught, they'd still be doing it. And they're only doing this apology because they got caught, and there's a lot of feelings on it.